What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Meduz back with another off-season alliance war. Now today we are going up against a alliance that we have previously faced sometime last season in season 23. So we do know these guys and we do know what to expect. So what I'm going to do is take a little browse on the map and look at a few placements just to give you guys an idea of what I think is good and what I think is a terrible idea. Terrible might be a bad word to use, but sometimes it's a terrible idea. For example, this one. This is Havoc, and Havoc is currently on Rage. Not really a good idea, especially when there's Gilly 99 available. This one is actually a very good one. You have Apocalypse on Polka Dot, which is also a Gilly 99 fight. There are other champs that could take this fight easily, but like I said, it's not a bad placement for Apocalypse. There are a few more. Let's see here. The Hulkbuster is a common one. Vigorous Assault, there's nothing too difficult there. That's a fight that I would most definitely use QUAKE for. Sorceress there is actually a very good placement, especially for a champ that is not Protect. But this one, Dragon Man, is a terrible placement. Whoever decided to place Dragon Man there really need to rethink that node, because it's Protect and he's very easy to QUAKE, as I did in this video, in this alliance war. Also that Modok that I took. Void is there on Intercept, which is common. Nothing out of place. We do have a Man Thing over on Window of Opportunity, but there are better places for Man Thing. I would not worry too much about lane 9, especially on a Protect. If the global is down, then yep, he's very easy to fight. This is a common placement for I-Bomb. Is he difficult? No. Anybody with Archangel can take him out there. Punisher is actually a good one on lane 7. That's actually a very good placement. I've been thinking of taking mine to rank 3, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. I have been experimenting with him and do really enjoy playing him. He is a good attacker for Alliance War. Some people might not know that. This one had me thinking Warlock on Redouble Determination and Ebb and Flow Intercept. It wasn't a difficult fight, but it's not a bad placement. There are other places where you could put Warlock where he will shine, but this one was actually not bad. The other one that I'm looking at here right now is Tigra. Tigra there on Ebb and Flow Intercept, say this, is actually not bad. That one is actually a pretty good placement, and I will explain why later on. I will be taking that fight. So I will be taking Tigra and I will be taking Warlock. So I do know I need to bring a champ for that. What else is on the map there that I could talk about? I do see the two mutants there on path 4, but that's really nothing. Ebb and Flow Intercept, like I said, I've always liked using Captain Infinity War for that Void. I do see a model on Mixed Master. It's not a bad placement, but it's not a great placement. The map looked fairly simple. Nothing really I should talk about. The Mojo there is actually a good placement. I would place him there. Just because sometimes, you know, when Mojo trap you in that corner, you want to get away, so you're obviously going to hit his block. Especially if you're not using Human Torch, or even if you're using Human Torch, that fight can be a tricky fight. But most likely some people will use QUAKE on him. We have Doom there. That is actually not a bad placement. A lot of people will have difficulty with Doom. We have Sentinel on Maso. The Cable there is actually a very good placement. I've never seen Daredevil on Arch Overload before, but it is what it is. Some people has preferences, and I've never seen him there before. So I really want to see how that that interaction happens. Usually I see him on section 2 paths, lane 6. So I will be taking this Hitmonkey and Nick Fury and Nova. I know, like, I do know I'm taking path 5 and going into section 2 on path 5 again. I really love taking path 5. I think it's a very easy path, which is most times misinterpreted. It just depends on the champions that you are facing. The Mysterio there is also a good placement. I don't know who thought of that, but that was actually a good placement in my opinion. He might not get a kill because it's section 1, but it is a very good placement. The other good placement I'm seeing there is Elsa. Elsa there on path 7 on kinetic transference is actually a very good placement. Kudos to whoever thought of putting her there. Killmonger was actually a good placement on hazard shift. It's easy to quake, but it's very easy to mess it up as well. We have a cog there as well, which is also a very good placement. Even if it's stubborn like it was previously, he was a problem. Protect, he will still be a problem, but if you're using a large or extra large champion, you will get away with it. So this is the map that we are going against, and I figured everything out and assigned everybody their paths. So now I'm just going to jump in and see if I could explain a few things to you guys, and hope you guys enjoy. Alright boys, so I'm going to start off with Archangel. So I'm not going to start off with a heavy. What I want to do is attack into him and set the bleed before I knock him down. The reason for that is because once I set the bleed and I perform a heavy attack, the neurotoxin will actually kick in. Then whenever I parry, the poison will set in. So that's basically Archangel versus Hitmonkey in this one. It is not a very long fight. Like 16 hits and he is down. Basically, you just want to set the bleed first, then either heavy him or parry him. So either one, the poison or the neurotoxin will set in, and then it will be an easy fight. Nothing to worry about. Remember, we are not running boosts in the off season, so just to show you, we're not running boosts, and those fights are completely easy. Also have to remember, they are not protect defenders. So Nick Fury is a common placement there. I've never used Archangel against him. Usually I use Colossus, but it's also a very simple fight with Archangel. Now, as you could see, I just knocked him down to remove the protection. I did that after I set the poison and neurotoxin on him. Why? Because I want the damage to at least start before I knock him down. Doesn't make sense knocking him down. Well, either way, it will work no matter what. Even if you knock him down at first, it's Archangel. The poison, neurotoxin, and bleed will actually do the same thing. As you can see, he's already on his second life. I'm going to see if I could get an opening and see. And well, I'm going to spam the special one. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to get as many neurotoxins or poisons or bleed on him. So the best way for me to actually do that is to spam my special one whenever I get a chance. As you can see, protection is back up, but I'm not too concerned about it. The neurotoxin is coming to an end, but this fight is over. There's nothing really to explain in this fight. I mean, this is a simple fight with Archangel and Nick Fury. First stage, you want to perform your heavies, you want to set the bleeds, you want to set the poison, and this fight would be pretty simple after that. The next fight we have is a Quake fight. Now, you will see a lot of Quake fights in this video. So I'm going to apologize in advance, but what I'm going to do is speed up the quick video, so you really don't have to sit and watch me quick. I will make a few errors, and where I make those errors, I will slow the video down so you guys could actually see where I actually made those errors. But Nova is a very easy champion to fight, so putting him there where he can be easily quicked, it's not really a smart idea. The other thing about that node is that, in my opinion, you want to put a protect champion there, one that cannot be quicked and one that you actually have to fight them. So sometimes you have to deal with the heavy and the unstoppable. A good placement there, in my opinion, might be, let's say, Moleman, for example. Because Moleman, you really have to fight him, you just can't quick him. And as you could see, I made 2 errors there, and I just had to attack into Nova. I think I was late on my decks twice, and one time I tried to perform a heavy from my evade, after my evade. But those were 2 simple errors. Yep, I only lost a lot of life, because a lot of health, because no boosters being ran here. So you live and you learn. Stop making silly errors, Claudius. Anyways, there's a Doom there that Notch is going to take. He has a rank 3 human torch, so I thought it was easier for him to take that fight. But I'm going to take this fight model. I'm not going to play the entire fight. I'm going to skip through it. But it's Mixed Master, and it's not an easy quick fight, but it's doable as long as you know how to manage your free run. So basically, I'm just gonna quick and parry. That way I could place the concussion on him, so whenever he gets his power gain, it will not be activated. But my concussion did fall off before his power gain bar came back on. So as you can see right now, he has his power gain buff, which is fine. All I have to do is bait out the special one. So I'm still going to pair him. I'm not going to hold heavy, but now I'm going to perform my free run. Now this is what you call a free run. It's easy to do a free run. Basically, you just allow the defender to retreat, especially Mordo, whenever he gets that power gain buff, and run towards him. You do not want to dash towards him, because what that does, it slows him down, and once it slows him down, you will still not be able to perform a heavy which you initially want to perform while he has that power gain debuff on. So what you want to do is have a free run straight into him, and just time your free run properly. And yeah, I'm just going to forward this fight, because basically all you have to do now is bait out the special again, control the free run, etc, etc, etc. So we're going to move on to the next fight, and the next fight is also a quick fight. Now this placement of Blade, I did the same placement. Now the reason I did it is because there wasn't a lot of places where I can actually place him. So I decided to place him here on Footloose and Kinetic Transference. Now, it's not really a good placement. I would admit that it's not really a good placement for this reason. Also, although I make an error here, I don't know how this said I was going for an intercept when I wasn't even trying to perform an intercept. I was only trying to dex back. But thanks to the armor break debuff, my willpower is actually healing me up. And as you could see at the end of this fight, I will be healed back up to about 90%. That was the only error I made there at the start. I don't know if it was me or if Kabam just didn't like my videos, but it happens. Shit happens. But like I was saying, this is really not a good placement. Footloose, you really want to place a protect. Whatever tactic you run in, whatever defender works really well that cannot be quicked. Now, I would have put Hit Monkey there before I put Blade there, but our Hit Monkey was somewhere else. The reason being, if the champion can be quick, they will be quicked. As you could see, Blade is down. I tried fast forwarding through that one as well. But what I really want to talk about is those 2 next fights. This is actually a good placement. Now, I do have to deal with Sadis there, and what that means is whenever I put a debuff on Tigra, she gains 50% extra attack. So I am going to be using Warlock, who is a large champion, extra large, I believe. Tigra is not a protect defender, but the reason I'm using Warlock is because, like I said, it's easier to intercept with Warlock. But it was a good thing that I dueled before I went into this fight. The reason being is I wanted to test out his reach against Tigra. Now what I've learned is that you do not, and I repeat, you do not perform a light intercept on Tigra. Your light intercept does not connect with Tigra, and I dueled her 5 times to believe it. And whenever I go to intercept, I have to intercept with a medium. Now this is a tricky fight and a good placement. The reason being is you really want to keep baiting out that special 1. You do not want to push her to special 2, especially if she pushes you to a corner. You're going to get hit, and she does hit really hard. So as you can see, I'm baiting out the special 1. And another thing about the special 1 when you're baiting it out is after the first initial swipe of the special 1, you do not want to keep dexing. You want to stay in the same position, then do a final dex. The problem that most people do is after the first initial swipe, they keep dexing, they keep evading, they keep pushing themselves further into the corner. What that means is Tigra is going to reach across the screen to get close to you. So it's really not a good idea to keep evading or dexing every time she gets that special 1. As you could see, once you oh, I got hit. Damn, I got hit by that special 1. Jeez, sorry folks. But as you could see, Tigra is a difficult champion to intercept. I did it there, but basically you always want to bait that special 1. Now the special 1 comes easily, so the special 3 here will help me. It will power drain her, but I did not want to power drain her. I really wanted her to have no bars of power, but as you can see, she's been power drained, and now it's a good opportunity for me to perform an intercept, and it didn't work out there. So it looked like a tricky fight, but in all fairness, Human Torch would have made it easier, but my Human Torch is in Alliance Quest, so I have to do with what's best for me next. So this fight is almost over, so let's see if I could pull this one in the bag. Now I am dropping my special 1 because I did intercept her and the protection is off. Now if you're wondering why I'm performing heavy, it's because she's almost dead. That's the only reason I'm performing the heavies at that point. So as you could see, in my opinion, it is not a bad placement. I would most definitely rethink that matchup against Tigra because it was a long one. Sorry about this bad recording, but yeah, the match started and I just did not have time. I should not have stopped recording after the Tigra. But this one is Warlock against Warlock, and I wasn't too concerned about this one. Basically all I want to do is push him to a special 2. Even though he has the armor break on me, it really doesn't do anything much except for give me a little bit extra on the block damage. But it's easier to bait out the special 2 than it is his special 1, because his special 1 will actually put that shock debuff on you, and you do not want to lose health when you're not running boost. So as you can see, I'm baiting out his special 2 and I'm trying to find a good place for me to intercept, and I did do a light intercept there. The good thing about Warlock and his light intercept, it is very reliable. So Warlock against Warlock, it is okay to do or perform the light intercept. Now if you watch my previous video on terms and phrases in MCOC, you would learn why I love doing intercepts with Warlock, light intercept. Also have to remember, when you perform the light intercept, you only have a 4-hit combo. You do not have a 5-hit combo. Now I'm going for an intercept here. So this is my 4th hit coming there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to retreat but I moved a bit too early and performed a light attack, and Warlock intercepted me with a light attack. Like I said, his light attack is very, very, very reliable, even as a defender. So I got hit there because Warlock performed the light intercept on me. The same intercept I was trying to perform on him, which was very funny in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is try to intercept him again and drop my specials 3. So the reason I want to intercept him there is because he still have 34% health, and I really want to take him down a bit more before he actually hits me again. As you can see, when you're not running boost, a few hits and your life is over, guaranteed. So you really have to play safe in the off season when you're not running boost. So as you could see, the protection is not on yet, so I am just going to do as much damage as I possibly can. At this point, protection is up, and like I said, it doesn't matter if you perform an intercept at this point. If you can, do it, but like myself, it is always easy for me to do it when they're down a few percentage, and I did it to end the fight. So what have we learned? Do not perform a light intercept on Warlock if Warlock is going to perform a light intercept on you. That one was bad. So I woke up in the morning and it's around 6, and I decided, you know what, I'll just take these 2 last fights. And I didn't want to give you guys another quick video because during the season I will always quick Murdoch there. So I decided, let me test out Archangel, you know, see what he can do. And as soon as the fight started, it will go bad because I totally forgot which node I was on. All I remember, it was Hurt Locker. And then Murdoch had to remind me it was unblockable special 1. So straight in my face already. This fight is terrible. And I'm looking at his health and I'm like, wait, what happened to my health? So I'm going to try to play this as safe as possible with 7% health. But looking at this, there's no way I could make it. So let's see how far I could get with that 7%. Well, 6% now. Well, it's keep going down because every time he drops his special 1, I am going to lose a bit of health because of the 2+2 I'm getting there, which is 50% is going to be removed every time he performs a special 1. I can't remember exactly how it works, but at the end of the day, Murdoch got the best of me. And if you followed me when I was in TXA, he was the reason why I learned to QUAKE, because Murdoch was beating the shit out of me in TXA. And I learned to QUAKE just because of that egghead. But at the end of the day, it's a very simple fight, straightforward fight. And like I said, it's not really a good placement because anybody with QUAKE will just QUAKE that fight and the following fight. So I know it's a quick video, so I'm going to speed through it. I'm sorry, my apologies again guys. I know you guys do not want to see any more quick videos because that's just a cheat code for this game, but it is what it is at this point. During the season, I do not recommend putting Murdoch there because it is a very simple fight. I'm going to speed through this fight, and as you could see, I am not going to lose anything much because his medium is it's not tricky to evade. It's not a double medium. There's nothing really difficult about this fight. Well, well, it's a good thing I said that after the Archangel fight because I got hammered. But I do not have to worry about his special 1 hitting me in the face. I do not have to worry about any specials for that matter, but just QUAKE him as a normal quick fight. So if you do have Murdoch, I would suggest putting him on a lane like explosive armor on section 2 past 3, where people tend to hit his block, because you have to remember you need to deactivate his force field. And the only way to deactivate his force field when you're fighting him is to hit his block. Now, that means you're going to send a player with QUAKE on lane 3. Now, you do not want a quick player on lane 3 in section 2, because there are other lanes you can most definitely use a quick player. Now, this fight against Dragon Man, I really want you guys to see why this is a terrible placement. I do not suggest you put Dragon Man there, because Dragon Man is also an easy champion to quick. The only plus on this node is that his power gain is a lot faster on that node, but he is very easy to quick once you deactivate his power charge, and the only way you could do that is by performing a parry, which I just did. Almost
now, once you have done that,
bar of power,
that fight is a very simple and straightforward fight. Do not get hit and you will win. He will not get power, and do not drop your heavy. So this will be my final fight. I think I took 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 fights for this off season. I gave up more run, but it is off season and it is what it is. I would have quaked it during the season. A good placement for this Dragon Man, I would suggest, is putting him on a node where it will be a lot more difficult to parry him. Window of opportunity is actually a good one to place him on, because you know you cannot deactivate his power charge by stunning him, so you do have to bait out the special attacks. Although there are champions that can, like Ghost, that can take him down, but he's a protect defender, which will make it a lot more difficult for Ghost. Another place I would place WARLOCK is actually on path 2 in, well, no, path 9, yeah, section 1. But as you could see, I will inform you guys more on other matchup and placements later. But for now, peace.